Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is a simple review of SDS. We're in episode 15, and I'm at my parents' house, and you can see me right here as a little kid. But I'm at my parents' house right now. I just walked here, and I have no glasses on because my glasses are fucking broke. But this is episode 15. I didn't know I was going to do this today, but I got to watch this movie at 12 o'clock in the morning, and then I didn't go to bed till after 4 or 3. And this movie changed, because I did back in the day, which is basically a high school reunion, but it wasn't really much of a high school reunion. It was, but it's more bits and pieces outside, inside out. But this film we're going to talk about today, episode 15 for a simple review, is 10 Years. Now, 10 Years is a 2011 American romantic comedy drama film. Yes, and I had the computer right in front of me so I could talk about it. It is directed by Jamie Linden in his directorial debut. And the film stars with the ensemble cast of Channing Tatum, Justin Long, Katie Mara, Chris Pratt, Scott Porter, Brian, Geraghty, Anthony Mackie, Rosario Dawson, Jessica Isaac, Lynn Collins, and Max Minghella, Kelly Noonan, Juliet, Lopez, and Jenna Dewan. And it says this film was released in it says it's 2011, but it says this film was released in September 14, 2012, in select theaters. Now, this has got to be one of the best. This has got to be one of the best fucking movies. Right here. This is how a movie should be. A high school reunion should be. It's been 10 years since these guys been together. You got the ensemble crew where Channing Tatum with his wife, Jessica Dewan, which is his real wife, and it's his girlfriend. And they arrive at their high school friend's house, owned by their friends, Cully, who's Chris Pratt's guy from who's gonna be on Jurassic World and stuff. Him and his girlfriend, and his wife, Sam, Ari Grainer. What the hell her name is? She wasn't even on the damn ensemble cast. Well, she's not known probably. But it's basically everybody gets together for a high school reunion, and when it first starts on, they start going for it. They go for their friend's house, and everybody gets together. You see Justin Long, who I know him from Waiting. What are fucking movies? I don't know, man. That's the only movie I remember him from, but he's a good actor, good stuff. And he has a musician Reeves, who AKA is Oscar Scott, which is a real musician, but he's named Reeves on here. And then their friend Scott with his wife Suki. They're from they live in Japan now, but it basically just starts off like they all go to the reunion, and I thought it was very well. Just the way it was panned out. It was directed by Jamie Linden. It was only 100 minutes long. It was such a good fucking damn film. It's just you go home. They had the good time with their lunch, their dinner, meeting up, and then they want to get drunk, but there's gonna be free booze. But they get like their friends, Sam and Cole's kids, bottles with the nipples on it, with alcohol in it and shit, which I think was very hilarious. But then they get to the high school, people start to talk about so what's going on. People get their cameras, like, hey, how you doing? They copyright photos. People keep coming in. Everybody, and one thing I like about this film too is everybody has a story. Jake, who's Channing Tatum's character, his ex-girlfriend, like Rosario Dawson, she comes in later in the film. He talks about a chick in the very end. She coming, and he didn't want to see her when he was with his girlfriend because I think he wasn't there for her when her father passed away or was in deep serious health trouble, and it was pretty cool. They had a story. Then you had Coley. His main reason for high school was he had a lot of work to do, and he's told him because he was a big high school bully, and he terrorizes the people he bullied and aggravates him. Like, I'm sorry, sir, but he's actually a douche too. He's a drunk. Kind of reminds me and myself because in the very end, he's just drunk out of his mind. And he won't let his wife do anything. It's kind of like how I started to be like with my wife at first. I was a dickhead, yes. You have that, and then you have Marty and AJ. They're like best buddies. They're in they had their wedding. He was the Justin Long's character. Marty was his best man for AJ, and they basically had this conflict with each other. It reminds me of me and Chris. Who's better? They go up there and trying to bang who's going to bang first, but AJ's supposedly married, and he's supposed to be the wingman for Marty, but he keeps fucking screwing up and shit. And then they go to what the fuck is the name? I don't remember who the fuck it was. Well, I don't remember who it was. Oh, the prom queen. That's who it is. Anna, this chick that was the prom queen. They want to set their eyes on her, because she's done a lot, in school, and I never got to bang her or anything. So they keep on doing this thing, but AJ keeps on fucking like cock blocking him in a way. Or not really cock blocking, just pushing him away every time Marty trying to get somewhere. But they have their own story. Um, then you got Geraghty. I think it's Geraghty, I believe. Yeah, it's Geraghty. Uh, Brian Geraghty and his woman Aubrey Plaza, which I've seen movies on her. She's from Safety's Not Guaranteed, which I like to try to see that sometime. But she's her husband. Well, his story is what he used to. There's some black the brothers are in there, and they tell a lot like, "Oh man, what the heck? You married a white woman?" It's like, yeah, and supposedly he was a wigger. That's what it says in the movie. He was young of all the black brothers and shit. And wife's like, well, I didn't know that. But to see her later, it's like, wow, they're really gonna fall apart because of this shit. Because I think he never told her what the past was. But later in the film, they get really good. They get back and they get really good and shit. He break dances. And then you have Gary's best friend's Andre. That's his name. They smoke some pot a little bit later on in the film, and chill. And that's when he sees Rosario Dawson's character, Mary, his high school sweetheart. And then you have Oscar Isaac, who's playing the musician Reeves. He's a popular star. He's coming in. I mean, he tries to talk to people, but everybody wants his picture because he's a musician. But no one wants to talk about, remember how he was back in high school. Well, this one chick, Elise, a reclusive woman, she likes to be by herself and everything. She's like one of those people who's never in the bunch of the high school students. Well, she's in there, and he Reeves just goes and hangs with her most of the time. And you realize that he had a thing for her, but he never got a chance to. And supposedly she's with somebody or whatever. And later on, later to see that they sing a song at the karaoke, and it was about her. There's this picture of her in her yellow shoes, like the only picture they have at the retrospective high school pictures they had back in the day. And he talked about that song. She wanted to play it. He played it without the karaoke crap, and she loved it. She had a tear in her eye. Later on, at the very end, they sorry about that. They flew around the truck. And I thought that was awesome. And what else was going on? Yeah. Yeah, and then they had the party planners, which is Anna and Julie. They're kind of cunts. But, I mean, just as the plot says, I mean, I can read it here right quick. Just like, this is how the plot is. I'm going to read all of it. And this is how it is. Spoiler alert. Uh, the night proceeds as each couple is faced with both past selves and present, which I thought was that's what I liked about it. Some has changed while others have stayed the same. Cully attempts to apologize for his school behavior towards the nerds he used to know about. He only reverts to his old self when each drink he takes, embarrassing his wife and all others present, which, yeah, it was. Martin and AJ are now successful in the switch of his careers, attempt to impress the prom queen Anna, the girl who has everything. As if she turns them down for the attempt childish revenge, because they did do childish revenge, they fucking TP'd her house for some damn reason. But then again, they find out she's a mother too, and both the husbands have been gone, and they reconnect and forget themselves and have like breakfast and stuff at late night with their cute kids. And it was awesome. Then Ellis connects with Reeves throughout the night, revealing feelings he had for it. It ended up as inspiration as his popular song never had, and she must decide if she's going to run away again. And it says Jake, meanwhile, has been deciding the right time to propose to Jess because he was going to, and come to terms with the feelings he had with his high school sweetheart Mary and the way their relationship been. In the very end, the film ends with Jake and Jess at dinner with their friends and happy to relive their moments and looking forward to tomorrow, which he goes in his card, he has an envelope with the ring, and he probably proposes to her. There's a cliffhanger. So I thought it was a very fucking good film. I'm put these on, but this film was fucking amazing. It's distributed by Anchor Bay Films. Music's by Chad Fisher. Cinematography is by Steven Fierberg. Edited by Jake Pruszewski or whatever. And it was 203,300. I think that's what it is. 203,373 box office. To me, this is a hit. I don't know what's the ratings they had for it, but I'll do it real quick. Let's see here. But just before I do this, I'm going to rate my film. Well, first I'm going to do this for real quick. Let's see, 10 years, because I know it's gonna be people probably gonna hate the damn thing. All right, let's see here. It get a 6.1 out of 10, so I think that's pretty cool. But to me, it deserves a fucking 9 out of 10. I mean, every film's not perfect, but it's a 9 out of 10. But the letter grade is an A fucking plus. This film is fucking amazing, and I'm gonna watch this over again. I'll watch it with my wife. I really want to watch it again, so I'm gonna borrow it again sometime. And it's just amazing. It's a fucking good fucking film, and I loved it, you know. And you got quotes here and everything else. But that was a good fucking film. So I would say check out 10 Years with Channing Tatum. One hell of a fucking comedy romantic drama, which was very entertaining and very excellent in my opinion. I give it a fucking plus for this movie. This movie is nonstop. If I find it on Pawn Shop or anywhere else, I will buy it. So next time I want to watch it with my wife, I'm probably gonna borrow the Blu-ray. But this is STS for episode 15 of a simple review of for 10 years. Enjoy it. Come and fucking get it. Rent it, watch it, or whatever. It's a fucking fantastic film. I'm STS. This is a simple review, and I'm checking out. Peace.